Hey folks, it's Rob, and this is Convoy. Yep. I'm not going to make weird 70s jokes about this one. We're just going to move ahead. So, Convoy just came out a couple days ago, and it was given to me for my birthday, so that was very nice. And, it's kind of a roguelike FTL Mad Max lane shooter game, in a way. It's really hard to describe just that way. But if I gotta drop it into categories, I suppose those are it. What we have here, this thing is your spaceship. You were damaged in a solar flare. You set down in this city. You go out in a convoy of vehicles. Start a new game. And see, like you have here, like, I have a few different options, because this is not just a usual Let's Try. I've actually been playing this game for a while, because I was enjoying it for my birthday. So, easy, normal, hard. Yeah, I haven't beaten the game on easy yet, but, I mean, if that's all it is, I imagine there's difficulty with the raiders being scaled as well. I mean, there's enemies plenty out there. Let's show you the options. Sadly, there's no resolution. It's just full screen or full screen bordered or windowed. I have it on full screen stretch. It doesn't look too bad on my 1080p, but I think it's really a 720. So it's been stretched out. I've turned the volume down already. The FX is up, as is the voices, but there isn't really voice acting in the game. We have some shake, car effects, pixel effects, and VSync. And that's it. Not really else here for options. Let's go and take the game out. So, you get like 3 different starting sets of vehicles to choose from. Option 1, you have this pickup truck with like 1 gun and space for another, and our truck with like an equipment bay and 1 gun. And of course you have your MCV, which is your base vehicle. Right, and you're using this as essentially the core. If you lose this, you lose the game. Option 2 gives us again the 4-wheeler truck from before, as you can see here, but then it gives us this like half track, which has an equipment bay and heavy machine gun, and that's okay. I mean, actually, this thing does alright. It's a Sidewinder A1, and it apparently is... It does have decent range. And then we have the next option, which is, again, some kind of form of half-track tractor thing here. It's got an equipment bay and light machine gun. It's the LC Roller. Wasn't meant for combat. And then you have this Interceptor, which is kind of more of a raider style vehicle. You got the 2 wheels in the front and 1 wheel in the back, kind of a trike, but it has 2 weapon bays, and it comes with a chainsaw, which is more of a ramming weapon, and that can be rather problematic because there's nothing to stop you from damaging your vehicle in the ram on this model. So not my favorite, but strip out that chainsaw, put it on, say put it on the LC Roller over here, and then if you put a what they call it, aid, is impact reducer, and then you have a ramming vehicle. So yeah, that's kind of good. But let's take these out. Welcome to Convoy. Everything's in text. After enduring a 9 storm, your spaceship was forced to make an emergency landing on the planet Olmec Prime due to critical damage to its primary systems. Captain has ordered you to traverse the planet in search of replacement parts. Obtaining these will allow the spaceship to continue its mission. Now, for those of you who've played before, you can go, I know enough, onward! Or I can continue, which... The captain wants you to collect the following parts and bring them to the spaceship. Blue R998X chip, hyperdrive stabilizers, multicellulose-infused ethanol, and sonic screws. And that's just 4 things from a list of things that could be. Like I've seen flux capacitor. So, Omex Prime is a world filled with danger. These 3 factions vie for control of the planet. They are the Privateers, the Raiders, and the Torvac. Managing to survive in this harsh world, where most arguments are settled with violence, is key to your success. Are you any questions? And you can ask some questions if you want, or your objectives. Yeah. Blue R988X chip has malfunctioned after your unfortunate landing on Olmec Prime. Essential to the Fluff OS, which runs most of your primary spaceship systems, is imperative to get replaced. After inquiring, it seems the only known location of functional blue R998X chip is inside the monstrous vehicle used by the notorious raider war chief James Fay. It is not known to negotiate ever. He takes what he wants by force. Your only option is to fight your way through his army of grunts to eventually fight the horrible engine of destruction he pilots. And having tried to do that before, it is... yeah, not easy. Multicellulose-infused ethanol I've managed to get my hands on before. Hyperdrive stabilizers I've managed to get my hands on before. Sonic screws, can get my hands on them. Blue R988X chip? No, never. So, let's get going. So, here's our spaceship. This is our base, as it were. This is where we got to bring that stuff back to. Traveling on the roads is more fuel efficient and faster than it is trying to traverse over the hills. But you can totally go anywhere. So if I wanted to go up and over this hill and go over there, I totally could. There is signal beacons that show up on the map here, and those are essentially transmissions. You can investigate them if you choose. I'm going to investigate this one up by the road up here. So let's check that out. Torvac facility hails your convoy. We are conducting an experiment to make vehicles more resilient. We wish to experiment on one of your vehicles. Okay. They install a device on your vehicle and proceed with the experiment. After some time, your vehicle is surrounded by arcs of lightning striking out at random. Unforeseen complications, power overwhelming, your vehicle explodes. Damn, see? I've had good things before. And now one of my cars has been blown up. So I'm down a car. And they're like, thank you for cooperation, goodbye. Let's attack them. Because, shit. If I can't deal with this right now, I'm done, basically. Because the only thing that has a gun on it is this thing. Anything that does damage, that is. This thing, I have this, like, stunner that I can use. It also knocks down shields, which is nice. Mainly, you can see I got a fair bit of range here. I can try to block, but at the same time I'm at like the limit of my range. I can't move this thing around. All I can do with it is like occasionally stun a target. Meanwhile I'm taking hits, but not huge amounts of damage. You can see I have a fair bit of armor on here. This indicates that there's a impenetrable barrier approaching from the side. This is what I mean part side-scroller, because you got this like constantly traversing terrain. What we're going to try to do, though, is be clever and go, ha, but he went around it. So, you can try to stun them, they run into things too. That sometimes works. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Okay. So, yeah, damage takes scrap to repair. And you use fuel as you move around on the big map. You don't use fuel in combat, fortunately. So if you were to run out of fuel, you'll be able to deal with it by getting into a fight eventually. Now my machine gun has line of sight, so I can't like shoot through a friendly or shoot through a hostile. I have to shoot the target directly. Now, because he blew up, there was a bit of wreckage that was there almost momentarily blocked by the explosion, and that vehicle ran directly into that wreckage. So that was useful to me. And there we go, that one's blown up too. And there's a light pulse laser in the wreckage, as is 64 bolts, basically, but call it scrap, and 16 fuel. So, let's see, with the nearest camp is 104 kilometers behind me. You've been scanned by Torvak security forces. Evidently they don't seem happy with the way you're armed and decide to attack you. So I'm being attacked just randomly on the road, which isn't good because we haven't been able to repair since the last time. As you can see, that vehicle has shields. This one actually has a mine layer. All the weapons have like appearances, right? So this is like a pulse laser here. Now, if I don't instruct this vehicle to shoot something, it's just going to sit there. So what we're going to do is instruct things to actually, engage. I'm going to move this up because he wants to plant mines in front of my MCV. So we'll have somebody else deal with the mines. He's got a big cannon on there, so he's damaging my armor. That's what the blue markings are, armor damage. The cyan ones are shield damage. Now I've run into that thing. But there wasn't much choice in that. Otherwise I'd have the MCV run into it. So you can pause the combat by pressing space, right? And if I want to duck that, which I do, because the only thing with a gun on it, I don't want it blowing up. I mean, I know I had to take the hit here, but I didn't have a lot of choice in it, I don't think. You can see we got this coming up here. I could try to take advantage of it. Nope. Get out of that. Pull him back. Okay, change target. Now I need to knock the shield down for this guy, otherwise I'll never get through the shield with this machine gun. Fortunately, it means it's now drawn the attention of the cannon, so the cannon's attacking my guy, but at the same time, it's a place where I can't really take a whole lot of damage at the moment. What we could try to do is try to push him into it.
Not a problem.
There we go. Damaged my vehicle, but it did deal with the situation. So let's try getting towards the camp, wherever the hell it is. Yep, you can see the fuel burns a lot faster as I climb over a hill. There we go. So, first off, let's do some repair. Well, actually, first off, I want to see if there's a vehicle for sale. No, there isn't. So, I'm going to repair the damage to the vehicles. Left a little bit of health damage, but I think we're okay. So, I got a pulse laser. Well, that's essentially much better than the light machine gun. So, I'm going to throw that on. Because essentially this is 12 shots every second for 2 damage each. Its DPS is 7. This does 15 points in a double shot reloading every 3 seconds, so its DPS is 8.3. Neither do armor damage, so it's fine to swap these out, in my opinion. Now I can also upgrade the vehicle itself. So, like if I want more health, or armor, or handling, range, mine guard, which is defense against mines, and debris, essentially impacts. So that's worth boosting as well. If you have a ramming vehicle, range isn't worth increasing. And this might eventually become a ramming vehicle, but since we lost the vehicle with the rammer on it, I don't think we're going to be doing that. So I think it's going to be this just like a support vehicle now. And as such, it needs to live. So let's increase its range and give it some armor. And what did it have in the shop here? Right, equipment slots. That's something we should look at. You can see how we have red and yellow equipment slots, and like how this is red. So I can swap red for red, right? And I can swap yellow for yellow, and the MCV has green slots. So if you have green equipment, you can totally throw that in there. Now, here available for sale is a shield Mark III, so that is a definite upgrade on the shield we are using on our vehicle. So I will buy that and throw that in. And you can see it's a different color, so it's a much stronger shield. And again, they represent this in the game. I could hold on to this equipment, or I can sell it for scrap. I can also modify the MCV with upgrades. So like if I want some more armor on there, I can totally throw on some more armor if I want to. The handling and range are maximized already. There's no adjustment to that. You can, however, give it some mine defense, which is advisable. You can also increase its health. And as you can see, you can store 3 more pieces of gear, which you can utilize. Well worthwhile if you find them or buy them. Would have been nice to have been able to buy a vehicle, but, upgrades is good. So, let's see. Let's set out on a mission. Right now, we don't actually have any side quests, because they do show up here. But, the Torvac Sonic Screws, basically, is 281 kilometers. Multicellulose infused ethanol is 308 kilometers. Hyperdrive stabilizers 186 kilometers, and the chip is 126 kilometers down that way. And I've never been able to beat that, and especially not with down a vehicle. So let's go with hyperdrive stabilizers and cut through this bit of pass here. There are only so many ways to describe sand, and at this point you've run out of them. In the distance, you spot some metal glinting in the sunlight. Well, we investigate. Seems to be a hulking figure wearing what looks like a makeshift plate mill out of spare parts. He is carrying a massive exhaust pipe and as a lance, and a steering wheel as a shield. As you approach, he adopts a defensive stance and shouts, "Have at thee, servant of the dragon!" So, that's a reference. Do you get it, kids? Probably not. It's Don Quixote. So, I guess we're the windmill now. I can try to calm him down. Eventually you manage to calm him down, although he doesn't seem any less delirious. He explains that he is the last remaining knight of the Order of the Wheel on a quest to defeat the legendary dragon. Sounds legit. Having set out so many years ago, he is nearing the infamous dragon lair and will free the world from the terror once and for all. Why are you on foot? According to the knight, it appears the Order of the Wheel only teaches members to construct vehicles out of the destroyed bodies of the dragon. So we're going to help him. Fellow champions, I know I would find like-hearted people eventually. The man has given you the coordinates of the presumed dragon cave before being ushered to your medical bay. So, now we have a side quest. And it's 237 kilometers away that way. You can see we got a little arrow indicator. So we're not going to do that just yet. What we're going to do is just go and check out this beacon. The radio signal originated from a lone man carrying a radio beacon. "Hi, fella. My name's Guy. I need some help." "What do you need?" "My cousin lives in a town of Colonia. Plague has reared its ugly head. The courier carrying the cure won't respond. Will you help?" These plague people need their cure. I'll be glad to help. So, now I have another side quest. Purging the plague. 94 kilometers away that way, so that's actually not too bad. I was going to go off this way anyway. Check this one out. See a sign in the distance. Sign reads free trading ahead. Now, if I had plenty of scrap, actually, when I've run into this encounter previously, it's usually a unmarked trading destination. So, I'm not in a position to buy, and you can only buy at these things. You can't sell. A heavily armed Torvac convoy is traveling this highway, and one would suspect they are carrying something valuable. I have one car. So, yeah, heavily armed, I'm going to let him pass. 35 kilometers. That means it's just off here. I'm not going to go trying to go directly over the mountain. Let's get a bit closer. Oh, it's like on the backside of the spaceship, actually. Right, let's go over the mountain. Alright. So we secure the wreck for the cure. We are being attacked by raiders, so we can choose to fight back, or we can quickly load the cargo and outrun the warriors, and we might have a result from that that is a success or a failure. I'm going to fight back. Because, you know, why not? We can hope for the best. Hopefully we won't get too many raiders. They all seem to be largely the same. That one's got a missile. Well, these are like pulse lasers. That one's got a cannon. Let's go for that one. And so yeah, we got our own laser now. My laser's got its attention, so the missiles and cannon it's shooting are hitting my shield and being largely ineffective, so that's nice. Let's make some of its neighbors a little busier. Let's head down. Double right click to ram like that. Alright, so that's that one down. A little aggressive driving, but you know, seems to work. And we got our shield back. Let's make sure we occupy space that this thing can't come even closer. Because I would like to be down one of these guys. Now, able to move around. Now you can't ram backwards, as you might expect. And to be able to move around into this means like a convoluted kind of traveling arrangement. Not going to happen, really. But I am going to need to clear the lane, as you can see. So let's get out in front of the MCV. Right, he's down. So the combat runs at 1 speed. And, well, 2 speeds, I guess. Slow and stop. But it is pretty much like FTL that way. But it is kind of fun. It scratches an itch, I gotta say. I wouldn't have spent the evening playing it if I didn't think it was actually a decent game.
Waiting orders.
Well, there we go. Got the cure. And we're supposed to take another 166 kilometers off that way. Since we're close to the base, we're going to burn the fuel, go back over the mountain, and do our repairs. You come across a lone man wearing what seems to be a sandwich sign. We'll approach him. Seems to be wearing a sign of a lucky peacock, the mysterious traveling casino. Since the Lucky Peacock travels all the time, it can be difficult to locate. This man, however, offers the latest coordinates freely to anyone interested. So let's take him. It's another side quest. I have never done it, but it's 65 kilometers off that direction. So we'll check it out after we have hit the spaceship and made our repairs, because honestly, we'll die. And I'm not keen on just dying for no reason. I'm going to sell off the extra gear and make sure we're fully repaired. And let's throw some Mind Guard onto things, because we are kind of limited. And I'll give the MCV a little more armor. There we go. Okay. And again, usually with shops you can buy things. Here at your base, your spaceship, this is the only shop that sells just fuel, right? Everybody else sells fuel and stuff. So let's check out the casino. Probably don't have any scrap for the casino, though. So let's, well, maybe check out this little beacon over here first. Signals broadcasted from a decrepit shutter semaphore tower. Its shutters still seem to be switching a fixed pattern. Investigate the tower. Judging from the equipment inside, you suspect the tower to have been part of a larger number of Murray 6-shutter optical telegraphs. You haven't seen any other towers, though, making this lone remaining tower all the stranger. So we'll look for loot. After a thorough investigation, you find that the tower has been automated to repeat a single message indefinitely. You're not sure what it means, but the message is GNU Terry Pratchett. It would be possible to take apart the equipment for parts, although you're not sure if you should. I'm going to leave it alone, because you should know who Terry Pratchett is, I imagine. You leave the signal to repeat forever and head back to your convoy, satisfied with the fact that the man is never dead while his name is still spoken. As you arrive outside the tower, you spot an unmanned vehicle that wasn't there before. Convenient! Hey, we got a car. Awesome. Now, there's no simple way to check out what the car does from here. So, we're gonna hit, like, the base and just, like, check that out, right? So, what do we got? We got... Well, it's a little quad with light rocket artillery pods. So that's actually quite good. Because those are indirect firing. They, as it says here, launches dumbfire rockets at the target. Easy to dodge, but doesn't require line of sight. So it can actually shoot over things to hit targets. So I can keep this thing kind of huddled up next to the MCV and hit things all over the place. Do I want to modify it? I don't have any money at the moment. So we'll leave and get going. But that's a good find. That bolsters our abilities. As you drive down the road, you see a car off to the side with a white flag hanging out the window. So I'll investigate. You get closer and see that the car is riddled with bullets and scorch marks. Whoever did this doesn't seem to be nearby now, and you manage to scrap the vehicle for $22. Okay, so... let's go find this place. Yeah, there it is. Up there in the mountain. Okay. There we are. You have found the mysterious traveling casino, the Lucky Peacock. It is fitted with numerous neon signs that state, Lucky Peacock Casino, parts, parts, parts. Try your luck at the Lucky Peacock. You could be a winner. So, gambling time. Never done this. There's a roulette table where the only bets you can place are 100 scrap. I don't have anything like that. Also, Wheel of Fortune. And there are slot machines. So, let's play Wheel of Fortune. Dot 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 dot. You can win vehicles, weapons, modifications, parts, fuel, and the mystery prize. But you have to have $100 to play. So we're going to leave that alone. Slot machine. Slot machines all look pretty much the same, aside from the bets that you have to place. The 1 part, 10 part, or 100 part. So, let's spin a 10-part slot. I insert, somehow, 10 parts. And I win my $10 back. Oh yeah. I am a god. Right, let's do it again. I win nothing. I win nothing. And I win nothing. There we go. I have just proven how it sucks to be a gambler. Okay, let's leave this place. Onwards. Could have used that 30 scrap for improvements, but, you know, in the end, it's not a big deal. You're being followed by some privateers who demand you give them 50 scrap or they'll open fire. Well, guess what, privateer scum? I don't deal with you and I don't have $50, so it's full of you. Alright, let's move this thing in close. We will have you knock down that shield, skip forward and shoot. And I'll have you join in. Watch the missiles as they fire. Oop, hit a mine. Well. Oh, we're out of range. Yeah, well, they're not going to fire if we're out of range. Okay, let's engage this one. This looks like a rammer. And well, it's got an anti-ram device on it. There we go. You can see we fire fairly heavy-hitting rockets. So yeah, this one out in front has rockets and missile and mine launch layer. Annoyingly.
Standing by. Heading east. Acknowledged. Waiting orders.
Switch target for the short term. Alright, knock down the shield. Go back to that.
Standing by.
Alright, that's nearly done. Split the targets again. We're going to let the MCV take the hit. Make sure we're in, because it's about to see these things die from hitting shit. Alright. See, there's one of those, like, corpses. The debris that causes damage if you drive into it.
Moving. Standing by. Waiting orders.
Should be just close enough for the missiles to reach. Unfortunately, the shields are up, so that's okay. Alright, there we go. Doesn't do much while it's stunned, fortunately.
Waiting orders.
And at the last minute you can hit things, so... Alright, we got a buzzsaw out of that. Rather hurt by all that encounter, so nearest camp is 124 kilometers south. Probably the one that we were at. Head to the signal and soon spot a vehicle by the side of the road equipped with a chainsaw. A man with a black curly hair is sat on top of the roof, on top of the hood. I will speak to the man. Been waiting here for ages. Seemed you took your damn time getting here. I hear you've been killing raiders, privateers, and Torvac left, right, and I want in on the action. Got me a first-class ramming vehicle. I don't reckon with if I don't reckon with my saws, I'm always keeping an eye out to ram the fool straight into some cliffs. Welcome aboard. I've run into Ramenstein before, and he is awesome. Ramenstein is great. Last time I had him, he had the anti-impact device and 2 ramming weapons. So he's a pure ramming vehicle. What I want, though, is to make repairs so I don't lose the other vehicles. What's up here? You know, it doesn't tell you. Yeah, it's not one of those. It's probably something to do with one of these. Ah, it's the hyperdrive stabilizers. Well, we came all this way. Let's check it out, right? Arrive at shady part of town. Your crew member assures you that the Saziak Milk Bar should be around here. We look around. You come across a tramp stumbling across the street, loudly singing a song about a fair city where the girls are pretty. So, we'll ignore the tramp. You move away from the tramp when suddenly 4 men dressed in white jumpsuits and a variety of hats jump him. They proceed to brutally manhandle the tramp, who cries out for help, while we will fight the attackers. You open up a can of whoop-ass and manage to defeat all the droogs. A youthful-looking man with almost cherubic features is eyeing you with a charming smile on his face. Looks like you've suffered the tortures of the damned, sir. Ask him what he wants. Any man who stands in the face of some of the old ultra-violence and lives to ask questions is a man of my own heart. My droogs tell me you lead that big convoy and are in need of a hyperdrive stabilizer. My name is Andy, and I can be a help to you. Tell me more. It's been a while since I've had some lashings of the old ultraviolence, which is where you come in. If you can provide me with an excitement of joy of combat, I'd be happy to give you a hyperdrive stabilizer in return. I consider myself somewhat of a law keeper, so let's dish out some justice to the 3 different factions on Omic Prime. Alright, let's do that. Wonderful! Let us traverse these wicked wastelands and kill some evildoers. Can't wait to see you in action. Let's go! Andy follows you back to the convoy, where he hops on happily and starts entering coordinates to your map. So, let's go. So that's a bunch of Clockwork Orange references there. Let's see. Do we have maybe another camp that's kind of closer out here? Let's see. Still to the south. Crap. Well, instead of just driving off to the north randomly and... Well, fuel pressure regulator's broken and I don't have anything to fix it. Car is damaged. Alright. Not checking out that beacon. You wouldn't think I'd be so far away from camps. Alright, keep to the road. We gotta keep the fuel. We're like nearly out. Driving along, you spot an object by the side of the road. Investigate the mysterious object. When one of your vehicles approaches the object, they hear a faint beeping noise. It's a bomb. Get out! Despite your best efforts, the vehicle caught in the blast. Brah. And I'm out of fuel. Which means I can't move. So we're going to open up radio. Doesn't take long for the dust cloud to contact you. Appear to be civilian vehicles. Let's hear it. Greetings, strangers. Down in your luck, eh? We heard your emergency signal and decided to have a look. You're the guys who got here on that busted spaceship, right? We heard of your actions in these lands. How about we give you 10 fuel to get you back on your way? Sounds great, thanks. Civilian vehicles deposit the fuel at your convoy. Pleasure to help. We gotta look out for each other on a planet like Omic Prime. Thanks, goodbye. Or I could have killed them. But I'm not that kind of guy, you know? I don't tend to be the murdering bastards that some people are. That was a lucky find. We didn't have to fight our way out of that, and one of our vehicles in bad shape anyway. And we're about to run out of fuel again. There we go. So, let's open up the radio again. Yar! Stranded fools ripe for the picking! What do you want? Begging for mercy shouldn't be working! Well, I will ready weapons. And attack. Because, really, what are they going to do? Okay, here is Ravenstein. Ravenstein looks great, doesn't it? Alright. I'm going to keep you out in front and, like, try to keep you from dying.
Waiting orders. Not a problem.
Ravenstein, I got work for you. Let's see. This is a missile inbound, so you don't want to be in these spots. Right, what we got? That's not fine. That's fine. You can see he fired off this great big whomping missile that was required a bit of warm-up to fire. Right, now we're here. Ram it. Well, our vehicle died. That sucks. And this one's getting leached. That's what that is. And instead of losing this one too, I'm going to pull it back a little. And you can see I'm shifting this thing around. Is it dead? No. Now it is. Okay, now I've fired the thing. Oop. Yeah, see, we don't want this thing caught in the blast. And it was caught in the blast. Well, lovely. Ramenstein can take a hit. Okay. If you look carefully, you see like blades pop out the side. Let's move up front. Go, Ramenstein! Oh, trying to evade. Trying to evade! Go ahead, drive in front of me. There we go. Finally, fuel. So, camp is somewhere off this way. Single privateer vehicle approaches your convoy. It's trying to open communications. Does not appear to have any weapons whatsoever. I will listen to what it has to say. Vehicle identifies itself as Thriftwood, Mighty Privateer. Claims that insult fighting is a big thing in these parts and challenges you to a fight. Challenge accepted, Mr. Thriftwood. Privateer exclaims, "Throughout the Tarkin Desert, my great deeds are celebrated." Too bad they're all fabricated. The privateer is dumbfounded due to your witty repartee. Offers to join your convoy. I accept. We get the Thriftwood. Which, as I recall, because I've dealt with him before, he won't have any weapons on him. But that's what we got gear for. So, let's check out his car. So yeah, he's got a shield generator, and he's got nothing in his weapon slot. So we'll give him the 60mm cannon. And here we have Ramenstein. Ramenstein has only one blade weapon at the moment. We'll give him a second one. There we go. So now he's got buzzsaw and chainsaw. As you can see, the chainsaw does 30 points and 2 AP damage. The buzzsaw does 10 points but does 15 points of armor damage. It just rips up armor, so that's really nice. We have some scrap for repairs, so we will do that. Put things back in order, as it were. And we will visit the shop. As you can see, no vehicle for sale, but we can buy fuel. Keep us on the road. I got enough material for one more repair, so we'll throw that there. Okay. And let's leave. So I may have lost one vehicle, but I picked up another one. So the Plague, 178 there. Dragons, 225. Screws, 264. 293. 192. Okay, let's do that one. You have passed the Torvac checkpoint. We require 25 scrap for the use of the road. Fuck you. Best things in life are free. Alright, let's bring you in. And you in. And we'll pull you off this way. Right. You. Shield down. Target. Target. Alright. Go, go, Ramenstein. Right, you can see their armor's badly affected by me hitting them like that.
Standing by. Roger that.
We're going to pull you over like that, and I'm going to hit you with a stunner. Nearly gone. Your shield's back up, and I'm not going to throw my missiles at your shield. Target that, and we'll move you here. Give you this slot. Alright, that's that gone. We'll spin you back over this way, target that one, and Ramenstein will take care of that one. Ramenstein's a beast. I love Ramenstein. I can't just leave Ramenstein there to hit any like debris that might end up in the road. That happens. There won't be any. There won't be any mines, and there won't be like a blockage here because you can't like move the vehicle off the path. Is the spaceship up that way? I forget. Yeah, it's 40 kilometers up that way. Okay. So let's see. I think if we angle down this way. The map is randomly generated, so you don't like get used to it. Raiders appear along hiding places along the highway, move in to engage you. See, escaping seems unlikely, you'll have to fight. I can supercharge the engines to escape, possibly escaping, burning 5 fuel now. Or I can just return fire, and actually I want to kill them and steal their fuel. Because, you know, kill them and take their stuff. A classic of gaming. So, you guys engage the unshielded vehicle. Let's move you over this way, Ramenstein. And you, give that thing a little break. Thank you, Ramen. Third ram will do. There we go. Let's change you over there to that slot. Okay, Ramenstein. Good stuff. Alright, now let's break off. Give you back into a nice little parking spot. And we got picked up a 60mm cannon as part of the loot. Okay. It'd be nice if there was a nearby camp. There probably isn't one. 52 kilometers to the south, and where we're going, one of the things that we're getting to is over here. So that's cool. You see Colonia in the distance. Find Guy's cousin to distribute the plague cure. Cure distribution begins immediately, and you and your crew also get shots just to be safe. People of Colonia are glad you helped them and declare you to be local heroes. No problem. Weapons specialist comes forward and gives you a plasma gun as a token of appreciation. We all pitched in, he says. Thank him. Plasma gun. DPS is only 2.5. However, it does damage to everything. Shields, hull, and armor. 25 points. It takes 10 seconds to reload, was one shot. So it's a big burp, bam kind of weapon. Right, there's a camp. So let's, you know, make sure Ramenstein's in good order and the MCV, and see what this is in the shop. So they have a vehicle for sale. The Turbo Banana has an equipment slot, which is wielding a shield, and it has a weapon slot with nothing in it. I can buy it for 80 scrap, which I will. And then we have it now, and I can throw on there this heavy plasma cannon, because why not? Or I could put the 60mm cannon on there. It does fire a lot faster. It has a higher DPS, but the plasma cannon's a good all-rounder. High-value weapon that you're not going to run into a lot. Well, we are using the 60mm cannon here. We have a second equipment slot on this vehicle. So, should thrift wood be handy, we could, like, you can give him like a ballistic computer, or you can give him the anti-impact equipment. There's stuff, but mostly it's going to be probably a ballistics computer. We will buy some fuel with the remaining money, and now we're broke again, but we got 24 bucks. I could sell off the cannon for 17 scrap. But there we go. So, hyperdrive stabilizer, let's go check that out. I can check out this beacon on the way. Yeah. We're passing. Notice a smoking privateer vehicle in the distance. It is emitting an emergency signal. We investigate. As you approach the privateer, you see him look relieved. Hello there, matey! I seem to be down on my luck. I don't suppose you could help me out. I'll make it worth your while. Well, I could shoot the privateer and scrap his vehicle. Or I could be less of a heartless bastard and just leave him and move on. We can't afford to repair his vehicle because we have no scrap. So, my penniless adventures continue. But I will leave him alive. Several vehicles approach your convoy. Through the kicked-up sand, you manage to spot unmistakable marks of the local privateers. Well, maybe it was a trap after all. So, let's get everybody involved here. Right, what do we got? Plenty of shields, unfortunately. Well, let's do a little positioning. I think we'll have all three of you engage this target back here. So we're going to swing you back. Right, I don't want to be caught in this, so we're going to bring you back like that, and you over there. I can't save the MC... Oh, Jesus Christ. Why you gotta drive right into it? Okay. This is a clusterfuck if I ever saw one. Alright, actually, let's move over here. We'll get around the other side of it and we'll ram it. Right. Hit its shield. You. Engage that target. You. Engage this target.
Unit reporting.
Ram it again. Thank you, Ravenstein. Right. Got debris coming up here in the middle of the road. The MCV is going to hit it pretty much unless I put something in the way. Fortunately, he volunteered, so that's nice.
Unit reporting.
We're stunned. There we are. That's dealt with. Alright, let's hit that one.
Captain. Target set. Reporting. You got it.
Yeah, get out of that, will you? Okay.
Roger that.
I don't actually want to be in that around that thing shows up. Yeah, there we go.
Captain.
Give him a warm welcome, though. There we go. In fact, let's see if we can knock him into the other thing. Okay.
Awaiting orders.
Get our vehicles out of the way. In fact, let's make sure they don't have a place to go.
Sir. Vehicle reporting. Unit reporting.
Right. Knock down that shield. And there we go. More loot. We set back on out towards our target. Torvac beacon. Investigate the beacon. Beacon houses impressive looking hardware. One of your engineers suggests taking it for parts. I'm going to leave it alone. Several vehicles approach rapidly. It looks like the Torvac used this beacon as a trap. So we will have to fight the Torvac jerks now. Right. Where are they coming in? Well, great. There's 5 of them. Right, Rammy.
Going east. Unit reporting. Moving out. Vehicle reporting. Captain. Roger that. Orders.
Okay.
Vehicle reporting. You've got it. Target.
Let's see. With that one. Okay. Hit him again.
Standing by.
Pull forward.
Locks on. Awaiting orders. Ready.
You swing back around this way. Okay, come on down. That's another one done. Now we got that gear in the way. We're going to pull out of the way of that. Come on along like that. And you come over here. Switch fire to there. Just about dead that thing.
Vehicle reporting.
Finish that one off. There we go. Slide back.
Orders.
They finished their target. And that is that. After the fight, one of your engineers suggests taking apart the beacon for parts. I'm going to leave it as booby-trapped. I hate dealing with Torvac beacons. They just generally blow up and explode in my face. You arrive at the coordinates Andy supplied when he starts saying, "These trees and dark, my brother, with real country dark, just the spot for some kinda old ultra-violence. What's the plan?" "Very well, you can see the wretched privateers in their scummy ways just now." And he points towards a distant dust cloud. You discern several vehicles. A privateer raiding party, preying upon the weak for sport and gain. They deserve to perish. Killing this group won't solve the infection, however. We need to find the source and then kill all of them. You tell me, what's the wisdom? Blast them, ask questions later, track them to the base, or radio them? Well, tracking them to the base seems like the way to go. Andy smiles. A wise choice, although a little less exciting than simply killing them. Onwards we go, then, towards their filthy nest. So, you can see the nest is back here. You're in hot pursuit of privateer vehicles. As you keep tailing privateers, your scanners eventually pick up increased activity in the area. Looks like you found the privateer base. Andy looks pleased, then turns and asks what the plan is. Why, we're going to attack him, of course. Rush into the privateer base and start shooting. Well, it's brave and certainly worthy of Andy's respect. It doesn't give you the advantage in following fight. Don't need it. Fire weapons. I know. I could have like tried to set up an ambush. All right, what do we got here? Let's fall back. Okay, and you fire there. You fire there as it closes. I'm gonna have you get into the front. My MCV's not in good shape. See, it has like no armor. Don't want to be caught in that fireball. Well, I can move you there. I can try to move you there. Might work. Good, you moved into the blast area. I like that. Yeah, they hit their own car. Right. Okay, that thing's nearly dead. What's targeting it? Okay. That will be enough by itself. Let's move you forward. Ramenstein, I need you elsewhere. There we go, that's that finished off. You switch. You're still engaging that, so move to that. And you stun that. We're nearly out of health here, and I wish I'd paid more attention to that. What we can do is try to block some of the line of fire. Big missile's going to try to kill me. Alright. And I gotta get out of the area. Alright, move you up. Alright, you guys. Run interference. Okay, Ramenstein, do your thing. Okay, he died in a horrible explosion. Alright, smash that up. Okay. Andy applauds your efforts wholeheartedly. Afraid not, my brother. There is a squad of raiders howling away at the filthy songs of their fathers, and going burp blurp in between, as it might be a filthy old orchestra in their stinking rotten guts. Last intel I have on them is their pillaging of the village of Whiteborough. Onwards, let us investigate. So as you can see, going by the state of my vehicle, I should really not go here right now. What I should do is find the absolute nearest camp and go immediately there. Because no, I am ignoring the surveillance drone. I am not getting involved in any crap. I am literally driving directly to a repair base for repairs. There. Because, my God, we are screwed over. Okay. Get everybody's, like, armor back up. That's the blue bar. Right. Let's have a look at the shop. I got 2 weapons. Chainsaw and light rocket artillery. Okay. Nothing important. I have 3 60mm cannons I'm not actually using. I think we can scrap a couple of those. I mean, I don't plan on changing the weapon layout, so it's only really going to happen if we find a vehicle with new slots, you know. So like this vehicle only has 1 slot in it, so we might upgrade to a better one eventually. But using the scrap for other things right now would be better, like repairs. Right. So, and then maybe some upgrades, because that'd be good. Bit more handling out of the Ramenstein here. Do love Ramenstein. Bit more range out of some of these. I think that'd be a good, That way they can support over a longer range. But I think this video's really gone on long enough. I think it's been more than an hour. I just got involved in the game thoroughly. So, that's been Convoy. And, yeah, it's full of lots of references. It's got quest decisions with random outcomes, or just undetermined how the outcomes are worked out. Lots of questing. And a lot of sandboxiness. I like it, as you can tell. So, that's been Convoy. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day, folks. Goodbye.